DWTT. How are you?
Hello, thank you. Hello, Bobby. I'm doing well. It's been a while since I've been on the channel, so I'm I guess a little giddy. I guess I'm looking forward to it. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think I've done a match preview, straight preview as opposed to just a regular show. So looking
yeah,
forward to it.
yeah. I've been doing them all season. I'm glad. I'm looking forward to the winter break. To be fair, I'll
Uh,
be honest. I'm looking forward to the winter break. The games come around so quick and fast, and a lot goes into these previews. So I'll be glad that once Christmas is over, I don't have to do it. But this is a big one. This is massive. First versus second. We'll get onto the little details in a bit. But how are you feeling about going to Anfield? Do you think we can get a result?
yes, yeah. Based on what we did last season, if you know, most of the team was there for that, experienced it. So yeah, I think the team it shouldn't be a oh wow, we're going to Anfield. We've been there, and same players have been there and been seen how things can go wrong, and they've seen how things can go right, like they
Yeah.
did last season. Not finished the way they wanted it, but I think they have a lot more experience. One thing this team has is that they kind of, I believe they learned from yesterday. They learned from yesterday. I would like them to just take advantage of today, but they definitely learned from yesterday. So this will be another one of those. Well, did you take your notes the last time you played, and are you
Yeah.
ready to go this time, off out the gate?
Yeah, I totally agree, mate. It's one of those games. Let's get into the comments. Timmy's already saying Cedric starts. Timmy, please do not swear in the comment box. You know how much I hate him. I just cannot stand that bloke. Thankfully, no one has selected Cedric for this game, so I'm very, very happy. Uh, big up to Tony Fulbrook saying evening, guys. Evening to Luke. Tony Fulbrook has given me his team as well, so I've started that. We'll come back to that later. Big up to Moss. Oh, hello, Gary and Bobby. Nice autograph righty
Yeah.
there, Devo
Yeah.
TT. Where's that?
Oh, yes.
You got?
Oh, the autograph is off. It's on my right, but it's my logo. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yes,
Big
nice.
up
Yeah,
to Geordie. Away the lads. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're all right. Got
yeah.
to be honest, just don't fancy us. Raya will crumble.
Oof, oof.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest, and I know that DWTT did go for Raya as well, but there has been a couple that have gone for Ramsdale. So we'll get onto their lineups as well in a bit. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I know a lot of the fans would love Ramsdale, but we kind of now understanding why it's Raya. We may not agree, but we're not the manager. Let's be honest. It's our club, but we're not the manager. Let's just trust him. At the end of the day, the book falls on him. If Raya costs us the league, then the book lies with Arteta for me.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but yeah, it is what it is. Right, let's talk about what it's been like head to head since the Premier League was introduced. We played them 62 times, 20 draws, 25 Liverpool wins, 16 at home, 9 away, 17 Arsenal wins, 11 at home, just 6 away. Head to head, it don't look nice, if I'm honest, people. So you might want to look away a little bit. Liverpool 2-2 last time we went to Anfield. We beat them 3-2 at the Emirates. Then we lost 2-0 at the Emirates. Got battered 4-0, and there's no other way of putting that. We got battered 4-0 at Anfield. And we lost 3-0 at the Emirates. So the last 5 appearances. Right, form. Let's quickly cover ours because Liverpool's is a little bit odd, if I'm honest. Right, we beat Brighton 2-0, comfortable win. Would you agree, DWTT?
Yes, yes, yeah. I mean, it should
Yeah,
have been even more comfortable, but we didn't feel threatened by them. So I
no,
think it was a manageable game for us. So
it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we lost 1-0 to Villa. We didn't turn up. Our shooting boots didn't turn up. I'll put it that way. We decent performance, but our shooting boots just were obviously still in the dressing room. The 4-3 against Luton. Yeah, stress. But we got the 3 points. We beat Wolves very comfortably 2-1. That is a very comfortable 2-1. We could have easily beaten them 5-0, if I'm honest. And Brentford, we beat them 1-0. Now, Liverpool nil, Man United nil. Gary, did you watch the game?
You know what's funny is I actually, since I've had time off, I actually did have the match on, so I did watch it, and that's similar to basically that first half of Brighton that we played, where they haven't scored yet. That's kind of one of the questions. That was
Yeah.
for 90 minutes, basically. In
Yeah.
90 minutes, they did not score, and you would thought by once you saw the shot happen that they would have scored at some point, but they never did. So,
No.
yeah, it's I think they just didn't have that. They're just as unclinical as we are. Just to say that, at least in that game.
Yeah, we'll get on to their front three in a bit as well because they're in my five to watch. But yeah, it's a strange one, Liverpool at the moment. I have to be honest. They're second, but they're just not performing like they have done in the past years. Crystal Palace, they're just about beat Sheffield United as well. They just about beat Fulham and they drew at Man City. So their form isn't the greatest. Like, I know Luke's asked a question here. Do you guys think as a club we've got baked in PTSD about going to Anfield? What do you reckon to that?
I would say yes if we hadn't played them last season. And yes, they were a little down, but I think we were having a good season as well. So they have to be able to take that and build on it. You never want to take a loss into the next match, but you also want to take, your past experience with a team into the next match as well. So I think we are, this season is a kind of a crazy season, so who knows what's going to happen, but I think we are better than we were last season. They are better than they are as well.
Yeah.
I think Rice, it makes a big difference for us. So I think that's going to be key. And Havertz also is kind of added to that. Like, well, we're not where we want to be at his positions, but as a team, I think we're doing well. We're just waiting for everything else to click. Like, I think they're waiting for a new arrival. We're just waiting for our 11 to click. You know what I mean? We've got the 11. We just don't. Then it's not clicking right now. So
no, you're 100% right, mate. 1989 were they then? They had the biggest bottle in. Well, this is the thing. This new bottling thing is coming in the last few years. No one mentioned Liverpool bottled it in 1989. I don't think they did. It's just a beautiful way to finish a league season for me personally. But I wouldn't have ever said Liverpool bottled it. Arsenal just came out the better team. I don't believe in the bottling term. I don't like it. It's annoying. I think it's a bit disrespectful if I'm not being honest. Football is 38. Well, it's 38 games now. You got to win them. If you don't, you don't. It's not bottling. Watching Man United versus. I had to paint the kitchen. Oh dear! I just see how many of our fans waffling up. Right, I know, Luke. I saw your stuff about this in the WhatsApp group a few days ago. Right, I will have my point about Anfield, and I'll let Gary have his point about Anfield. I don't think Anfield is that great when it's West Brom or Luton Town going to Anfield. There is no atmosphere. It turns up when it's a big game. Now, being so close to the Wolverhampton and by the Molineux, I guarantee those fans turn up every single game. No matter who they're playing, the fans turn up. That's why I don't think Anfield is that kind of scary place, really, because if that was the case, they would turn up every single occasion. When we were played at Highbury, I know I've been there enough times, Highbury always turned up. The fans, no matter what, there was always this guy in the East Stand that always stood up, brown leather jacket, stood up. If the fans were quiet, he would start everyone singing. It's as simple as that. He was the conductor of the fans chanting. So yeah, I don't think Anfield is all that, if I'm honest. Gary, what do you reckon to the Anfield atmosphere?
As you said, like I don't watch them too often or even think about the stadium for me per se, but as you said, I think if you poke the bear, they will respond, and they respond in kind, and they are, if they want to be, they can take over the game, and that's what we've seen I would say the last couple of times where we've lost there. We've basically, they might have been sleeping or they might have been upset with the way the game was going, and we kind of gave them a little bit of a elixir, and they turned it around and the team jumped on board. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think you keep them quiet, they'll probably stay quiet.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the thing. You keep Anfield quiet, it doesn't perk up. If you murder the fan base, you've kept him quiet. It's as simple as that. With the Molineux, no matter what happens at the Molineux, they just go crazy. I swear they just love singing in the West Midlands, to be honest. But anyway, right, big up to Ryan. Hope you're doing well. Big up to Ryan. We're a different team now. We are, mate. It's the most special noise in the world, unmatched, unrivaled. Who said that? Who said that, Luke? Does everyone remember what happened last time we played Liverpool at Anfield on December the 23rd? No.
I don't know that one.
I don't.
You know what? No, I will say I'm a bad test taker. So here we go.
Yeah, Ryan, if you could let us know, mate, please, because I haven't got a clue, mate. The manager has to tell them to roar. Exactly. I tell you, there's a player that I need to turn up tomorrow, and that's Odegaard. Odegaard needs to turn up to that game. He's our captain. He's someone that needs to help us get through that game. Pick up to Dermot. Tough game tomorrow. I can see a draw, to be honest. One thing, be careful of the wheels on your bus days. Pick up Bobby and guess. Pick up to you, Dermot. Just to let you know, tomorrow I will be doing the watch along. And yes, I will be joined by Dermot. Yes, he is a Tottenham fan. I'm sure he's coming in as a full Liverpool fan tomorrow. But look, he will be joining me for the watch on tomorrow, but big up to Dermot. The biggest...
I think he's probably coming in. I would say this is how I would have treated that experience. I would come in just to laugh at you. That's what, if I was him. I don't want anybody to win. I don't want anybody to win but my team, but I enjoy watching people cry and get upset with the TV and all of that, because especially when it's not my team that they're talking about. So, yeah. That's what he's really coming. He doesn't really want Liverpool to win, but he does want to see you squirm and see you get a little uncomfortable with the what's on the TV screen.
Yeah, 100%, mate. The biggest thing about Anfield is keep your hands in your pockets till you go home with what you go with. Tony, behave. If we go 2 goals up, we are not losing or drawing unlike last season. Sleeper and Rice will play this time. Yeah, 100%. I honestly do think that we can keep a lead way better than we could last season. 100% that. If it was the season 2001, we went to Anfield, we won 2-1. Goals from Freddie and Pires. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it, mate, because my memory sucks. I can't remember what happened yesterday. No one knows what happened 20 years ago. So I wouldn't be scared of poking the bear. We can't expect our managers and players to act like saints. Away from home, you can't expect to keep the crowd quiet.
Can I say something on that note?
Yes, mate.
We just have to back him up. That's all.
Yeah.
If you know who you're dealing with, you know that Arteta is going to go a little bit crazy. You have to back him up as a player that plays under him.
Yeah,
because that's what you need to do. That's the difference. I think the last time when it was Arteta and Klopp going at it, the Liverpool players seem to like take that as, all right, our coach is getting into it with the other coach, or manager, let's back him up, and they did. They looked like they heeded that warning. Look, these guys are going after us. We're going to back up our manager. And we looked like we were a little bit concerned about what just happened, and like a deer in the headlights kind of a view. It looked like we were there in headlights when that happened, because we kind of like shriveled up a little bit. But yeah, no, I think they just have to back him up, because he's backing them up all the time. Whenever they do anything that people are concerned about, he will back them up as much as he can. So they need to do the same. At some point they will, and we'll be like, okay, Arteta, go have fun. Because your players will back you up on the pitch with their play.
Hopefully, hopefully. Tony Fulbrook saying Arteta's definitely getting booked. Yeah, to be honest, the odds are probably sky high for that, because honestly, I can see him getting booked tomorrow, if I'm honest. Right, let's talk a little bit about each team now. So Liverpool are obviously second. They've won 11, drawn 5, lost 1. Average goals scored is 2.12 per game. 0.88 average goals conceded, 6 clean sheets. The chances created is 2.59 per game. Obviously, we're in first. 12 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, 2.06 average goals scored, 0.88 average goals conceded, 7 clean sheets, 1.94 chances created. I think a few weeks back, we were like down to about 1.2 chances created per game. So at least it's going up to the 2, which is my magical number, if I'm honest. Right, here we go with the injury list. And I'm sorry for people, but this is the case it is. Right, we'll quickly cover Arsenal. Gary you need to understand that Partey is injured, but there's a reason why I don't put him on there, because he's not given to me as injured. He's given to me as a different situation, so I don't put him on the list. Timber, Fabio Vieira, Tomiyasu, Jorginho, and Elneny is a doubt. For Liverpool, hates trying to say his name. Is it Bashetic? I think that's how you say his name. Bashetic.
Yeah.
Jota, McAllister, Matip, Robertson, Thiago, and Gravenberch is a doubt, but is expected to play. So I've been told, but he's a doubt. You need to know this for the challenge. So these are the Liverpool players you cannot pick later. And the Arsenal ones. I will help you a little bit with the Arsenal, so don't worry about that. Right. Let's get.
It's good to see Jota. It's good to see Jota on that list. If you know. Just because I don't even want him thinking that he still has that magic. You know what I mean? The magic off the bench. So
exactly.
It's good to see him on there.
It is. Right, let's get into the comments. I've seen there's a special comment in there as well at the minute. We'll get onto that in a minute. Szoboszlai or Havertz, who has been better this season? That's tough. Szoboszlai's had on and off games, and so's Havertz, to be honest.
I think consistently Havertz has been getting better each game over the last whatever month, whereas Szoboszlai, I think, like you said, it's just been kind of constant where he's been, and you're going to get a good or bad game here or there. So for me, I kind of say they're both equal right now. I don't, if you're taking, he's been pretty consistent, and Havertz has been kind of growing into this team and his play. So.
Terry's saying tomorrow match does not. Oh no, the season's not over. If we lose tomorrow, it doesn't mean that the season's over. Let's be honest, it doesn't. Big up to M. This is actually my partner. Forgot their inhalers or injured. Joking. Thank you, darling. Appreciate that. Anyway, Dad, did I put Timber in my team? When did he? Tony, you've been here every preview for the whole season.
He's missed like the entire season, basically. He just saw the first 45 minutes, and then he's been away. He got abducted by an alien or something like that, and they just let him back into the back on Earth kind of thing. So.
Right, let's get into my 5 to watch. We'll quickly talk about these very quickly.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening?
Okay, so we'll quickly talk about Tsimikas. Obviously, Robertson is out, but I do think Tsimikas does step in and does a very good role, to be honest. His passing and his crossing is incredible. His corners can be impeccable as well, so watch out for Tsimikas. Szoboszlai, I have to be honest, I would love him to come to Arsenal. I would have loved it in the summer if he came to Arsenal, but we got Havertz, and that's fine. I'm over that issue now, but Szoboszlai is a very, very good player, dangerous as well. Luis Diaz, I know he's had a bit of an off season. I know he's had a lot of personal issues, and I'm glad all that is now sorted. But obviously, he's still not playing very well, even though all that's now sorted. But I suppose if you think about it deep down, that can affect you for a long time, the whole situation. So I have to talk about him because I still think he's a very dangerous player, a very good quality player, and you never know it. He might just turn up tomorrow and form just goes like that. Darwin Núñez, I know he's not for everybody, but I quite like him. I have to be honest. He's definitely more hit and miss sometimes, but when he's on it, and you don't want to mess about with him. So yeah, I have to talk about Núñez, and unsurprisingly, Salah. Got to talk about him. He's having an incredible season once again. No matter how bad Liverpool are, he's always good. That's the annoying thing about him. And the big thing for tomorrow, which does scare me, is Zinchenko versus Salah. I have to be honest. That is petrifying. Zinchenko is a good player. I'm not slating him, but when it comes to defensive work, yeah, he needs to improve drastically, especially for that, because I think he could get roasted by Salah tomorrow. What do you reckon for those 5 that I talked about, Gary?
Yeah, no, I think, as you said, Tsimikas coming in. Yeah, he will be a player to watch at if his name is being called for good reasons. That means they're doing all right. But if it's not, if we're hearing a little bit more, I think it's Saka that will be going up against him, right? So if we hear a lot of Saka, and hopefully it's just like the last match where we're like talking about Milner the whole time. If we're talking about Tsimikas in the same light, it's like he's probably destined to get a yellow soon. Then I think we're doing all right there. I believe he plays. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I forget who you had. Sawazlai. Yeah,
Szoboszlai.
we're just gonna have to with Rice and that back and those two guys in the middle. I think you know what we should have answers for whatever he's going to bring to the game. As you
Hopefully.
said, yeah, Diaz and who else was that? Diaz
Nunes.
and Nunes. Nunes. They have similar players to us, right? Nunes could be like their Martinelli in terms of he's going to put a lot of pressure on us and whatnot. Doesn't score as much as you would think he would with all the pressure they puts on a back line sometimes. So we have that same issue with Martinelli. The one thing that they have, like Diaz, like you said, came on. I think it was an emotional game when he came back. Now he's kind of settled in, and as you said, being away from the game for mentally trying to get back now has been a struggle. So I think this has been a feeling out season for a lot of teams. We don't know where everybody's going to sit. I think when we get back from that winter break, then we'll kind of see where the teams are and kind of how they settle. But last and not least, they have a Salah. We don't have a Salah, and so at any moment he'll be the one to answer the call if they need it. He's always done that in the past. We've seen it. Even in those last 5 games, even though they struggled, he's always been the one there. And he'll play. He'll play every night, all 90 minutes, like a Saka, because at any point something good will happen. So we just have to be on it for 90 minutes because, especially the last time we were in Anfield, right? Nothing happened in that first. Like we shut him down at home. Tomiyasu did a really good job, but we're missing that guy right now, and it's scary that Zinchenko. Like, if Zinchenko plays for me, we have to score at least 2 goals because that justifies him being on the pitch. I said that to you in the chat there. If we don't score 2 goals, then it's not. I can't lean on the defense and say, well, he had a good defensive game because I've yet to see it, and he's done it. He'll do it in spurts, right? A couple of times he'll make a play, and you're like, wow, and then you're like. Then you get a little drawn in, and then you realize, wait a second, this is Zinchenko. He might not be able to do that, late in a game, for example. So, I think that's the scary part. So somehow we have to keep the ball from getting the Salah somehow, put a lot more pressure on their defense, hold on to a lot longer. I think we'll need possession more than they will, even though I think it could be equal 50-50. I think I was looking at one of the games, and it was both teams want the ball. So I think it'll be a tough one to see. When whoever has the ball will have control, and hopefully their control is, as we've seen in the past, on their defensive side, and ours is a little bit closer to the midfield, so we can get benefit there. So Salah is that is the card that we don't have as far as attack goes. They have that's a big card to have when they want to pull it out and use it, right? So
you're spot on, mate. Honestly, nightmare. Tony's saying, "Damn, I want to swap McCabe for Cine." I'm totally with that idea. I'd definitely have Katie McCabe.
Just get in his head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get in his head at the least. It'd be like screaming at her.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to see that, honestly. Big up to Katie. Nunes feels like the Uruguayan version of Sissoko. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't feel that bad.
Doesn't sound like a good comment.
What's the bet that Darwin hits us? I'd take Darwin instead of Tony. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of signing Tony. We'll get into the Arsenal transfer talk when it comes into January. It's a bit too early still at the moment. The silver one calls Nunes the Uruguayan something. Oh, seriously, Mr. The silver one. I shall have a word with him. Klopp will concentrate on Zinny. Yeah, I'm sure he'll look at the weaknesses in Arsenal, and Zinny, let's be honest, is a weakness defensively anyway. I'm going to close my eyes every time Salah. I wish I could, but I'm doing the watch along, so it's a bit difficult to do a watch along whilst I've got my eyes closed. Salah will continue inside more. Why Tommy was important. Yeah. DW, could we maybe use one of your Cowboys?
Yes, it would be nice to be able to do that. Yeah. No, as you said, the best thing we can do is go ahead earlier, so that if they, so that they have to play catch up. If we're trying to chase them down and they're running downhill, it's going to be tough. And then we're going to want Zinchenko to be on defensively, and I don't want that to be one of the things that we have to do. I just we have weapons as well in terms of our attack. They have to come. Like, I think Jesus will be key because our wings usually do what they're going to do. He's going to have to do something more than usual for us because we know what we're going to get from Martinelli. We know Saka is going to give us, but Jesus has to have one of those games where he is part of the attack a little bit more, and they're having to worry about him. For me, if he's tying up Van Dijk, then that's fine.
Yeah,
that should be good.
Agree. Right, let's get into our chosen lineups. There are 13 of them, so let's start rating them. Okay, we're going to start with the first one, chosen by Matt, Romain, Tim, Brenny K, G Talks, and the one and only DWTT. So, Gary, because it's obviously your lineup as well.
Yeah.
Why did you go with this lineup?
Yeah, this is our best. This is our strongest one, I think, and this is probably the one we've been most consistent with. Kiwior is the only answer we have on the back line right now that could start for us, I think, and I think he's just not ready. I mean, Arteta's done crazy things, right? He brings them in. This is his first game was this same spot. So as much as I didn't put Kiwior in here, I would not be surprised if he said, you know what? Why not? Give you a start at Anfield, just because he's crazy like that. But I think this is as far as our back five, back six players, that's a pretty solid there. Havertz has been, I think, now that he's been playing consistently and getting a little bit better each time we see him. Trossard, it's easier to bring Trossard off the bench, I think. So that's the only, as far as variables for me. So I think this is our best 11 right now. I think some people, like you said, this is our best 11, I think, right now, and in the eyes of Arteta as well. So,
okay, fair enough. Right. What I always do is ask to rate it out of 10. Now, obviously, I don't know you well enough. G Talks is not allowed to rate his own because he does something that is naughty, as far as I'm concerned. So what would you give this squad out of 10 for yourself?
Out of 10 for myself, I'm saying a 7.5. Yeah.
Okay. Well, because again, once you're new, I don't normally do 5s, but I'll allow you to do a 5 because it's the first time you're meeting me. But I always like to round it up.
All right. So I'm going to 7 then, if that's because I don't think it's an 8 for sure. So
okay.
7.
Okay. Yeah. Brilliant stuff. So 7 out of 10. To be fair, Gary, because G has this common thing of doing a 10 out of 10 for my own team. I don't agree with that.
The reason I can't give it a 10 because I don't we're missing some pieces that are really important to us. So
that's how I look at it.
It can never be a 10. We don't have Tomiyasu, we don't have Timber, we don't have Partey. So and we're not clicking at the front right now. So it's like all these things are variables that kind of knock it down a little bit. Nobody's So 7 is where I go with this one. But
mate, that's how I look at it. I don't think you can rate Arsenal's 10 out of 10 until we've got all our pieces.
Yeah.
As in, like, all the signings we want, and the number one striker and all that kind of stuff. So, I totally agree. Right, we'll move on to AO, the debut of Riley. For people that know who Riley is, you'll know who he is. And the silver one, they have gone for Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. Now, looking at that lineup, what would you rate that out of 10?
Well, if that was to be our lineup, it would probably be. Well, this is where it had to be like a 7.5 because I kind of feel like Tomiyasu gives me a big boost, but Ramsdale for me right now, in the state of how this team is set up, you're asking a lot for him to come into this game.
No,
I think you're asking a little bit too much. I think I've said it, and I think everybody said it, Arteta's created this mess. Now, instead of having 2 good goalkeepers, he's got 2 skittish goalkeepers. who feel like they're probably sitting on knife's edge when they go out there and play, and you see it in their play, I think, sometimes. So
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I think this one for Tomiyasu makes it better for me, but Ramsdale because he hasn't. I don't think he's had enough play in the last, since Ray has come in and started playing. I think you'd be asking a lot out of him to come in there and I think his height definitely helps, but I think just his play time might be an issue as well. So
no, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Well, let's quickly go into some comments before we move on to the next couple. Let's not forget Liverpool also have a weakness in Trent. Well, there's a reason why he's not in my 5 to watch, and we'll see what Gary does with the challenge later. It might be a problem for him later. We'll get into that. We need to clear our plate. We do. Evening to the silver one. Evening, guys. We need a win. Luke. Arsenal have released a club statement. If it's about the Super League, it's regarding they all in line with other clubs. I don't know of any other club statement that's been released. The only news I know about is that we're getting the team doctor from Crystal Palace in summer next year. Other than that, that is all the news that Arsenal have at the moment. So I don't know any of others. Please don't let him mark me. Look, I think so far Gary's being very fair. So I'm going to check Gary's scoring at the moment. Emmy, behave. That just makes me feel sick.
This guy doesn't like us or something.
Oh my word, Timmy, behave.
Imagine if you had to watch that.
Yeah,
and you can turn away. Spencer,
big up to Bronco in VA 9986. Is that like a postcode or something? Is it?
Yeah, he's in Virginia, and I think that's the area code, zip code for that. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, me. I'm new.
I think it's a zip code there, or it's a zip code in Colorado. I can't remember now. So one of the two.
Right, let's move on to the next squad chosen by Nicholas, Sam, Carlos, and Patrick. They have gone with Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard up front. We're going to give that one as a rating, please, mate.
Yeah, no, I like the idea of having Trossard in there. I think between Trossard and Havertz, either one can play. I see that Jesus has come out of the lineup here, and I think if Trossard was going to, I would be a little concerned with this one. Just because of who, I guess Trossard would be playing up top, right? So, I think I like Jesus' hold-up play better than Trossard, so I think it would be a different type of game there for me. So, not this one for Trossard, unless he was playing out wide or back in one of the 8 spots. Ramsdale, like I said, I think that's a little concern for me. Okay. This one's probably, I'm going to give this one a 6 just because of the game, because of who we're playing. I think this one might be a little challenge for us. And Jesus, I can see Jesus coming on at halftime just because things aren't going the way we want. Arteta doesn't usually do that, but I could see that happening with that lineup there. So,
I get you. Let's move on to Tom's. He's gone Pereira, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Cini, Rice, Smith Rowe, Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. So Odegaard gone.
I wish Smith Rowe looked like he was ready to take over that spot, but I just don't think. Not in this game. Not on the road. Not now. I think that would. Mentally that would be a big setback for him. So I get it, but I don't know. That would be that would be a hard one to stomach there for him. Asking him to do a little bit too much. Because now, now Rice would definitely have, everybody talks about when Rice in that midfield, he basically keeps the glue together. But now he's got, a Smith Rowe that's still trying to get his feet back, and Havertz, who I'd rather have like 2 solid players next to him at this point than Smith Rowe still trying to feel his way back into the season. So,
no, fair enough, mate.
Yeah.
Bronco saying I am oddly feeling confident for tomorrow. Well, I'm glad you're feeling confident. I'm a little bit nervous, if I'm honest. But yeah, there's a rumor going around that Ramsdale has told Arteta he wants to leave in January. I hope that's not true. All I do know is Arsenal are now scouting goalkeepers. So that kind of answers your question. is there a long term
Yeah.
career for Ramsdale? It's not long term. I know we're looking at a youngster from Rangers who's doing very well, but obviously that's a long term solution. But we are scouting for goalkeepers at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's a case of Ramsdale's got nowhere to go in January at the moment. So yeah, it is what it is. Right, let's move on to the next two squads. The next one chosen by Florence, Zena, and Tristan. They've gone for Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Cini, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, no, Jorginho. Once again, he's no. I think I think that's asking a lot of him. I mean, I think he's still coming off whatever injury he has, right? So if he was healthy enough, I think this would be a really tough game for him to come back into, and could leave. I think we're trying to control that midfield because that is where Liverpool is. They have a hole there essentially, I believe. So that's one of the holes they want to fill is their number 6. So weakening our midfield to play against them, I think, would play right into their hands, and I don't think we want to do that. So I think we want to stay with our mid 3 that we have. Trossard might be the other one I could see going in there. Otherwise, not for me.
No, fair enough. I'm going to guess what's going to go with the next one then. Anthony, Albert, Jonas have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Cini, Jorginho, Rice, Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus.
Yeah. That one scares me even more.
Yeah,
in the midfield. I mean, it's more because Jorginho isn't where he isn't 100% or whatever 100% is at this point in the season, and Smith Rowe still not there yet. So for me, it's definitely key is the midfield for me. I think in this particular game, we could make the moves on the front line, and we'll maybe at left back, but I don't think I think Zinchenko's the best offensively. Defensively, yes. Kyrgios could be all right, but this might be too big of a game for him. So that midfield for me is a little bit. It would be an issue for me. I mean, these lineups for me are that 5-6 range just because of they kind of for me weaken the midfield, and I don't want to. Don't want to do that.
Like I said, and I've always said this: these are their lineups. There's no wrong answer. It's how they look at the game, and I'm unless you're picking Cedric, that is the only person I will literally go, "What the heck are you doing?" But other than that, we've got a good squad, so I'm okay with it. Can anyone explain what this FIFA World Cup about? Besides, it's basically a glorified charity shield game. Let's be honest, it's big money. But I'll be honest, if we get entered into it and we win it, I'm celebrating it. Simple as that. So at the end of the day, I'm not talking about it because obviously we're not in it, so I don't care. Have we got a new goalkeeper scout? Because the one that brought us Runnison and Raya should not be listened to. No, it's still Inaki. So
are they actually? Did they actually listen to the scout? Because it almost, at least on my side of the articles and information, it sounded like they were kind of recommended by the coach, as opposed to maybe a scout saying that might be a good player for you to pick out as well.
The difference between with Arsenal is our goalkeeping scout is our goalkeeping coach.
Oh, there you go.
He is the scout. So it's more because I kind of get it. But I do think we do need a goalkeeping scout specialist. But I do kind of get that the goalkeeping coach wants to be involved in it because obviously he's the one that's got to work with them. So, he needs to see the traits that he wants to see in them as well. So I kind of get it. But at the moment, his track record isn't great, if I'm honest. I'm sorry. But Runnison, my God, what on earth happened there? I know Bronco's asking you a question here.
Yeah, I think we'll be on at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And I was just going to say, I mean, we got Raya, but as far as goalkeepers are concerned, was there an easy number 1 goalkeeper out there? Because Onana looked like it until he put that red shirt on. And I don't know. I think our red's a little different, so maybe. But otherwise, was there a goalkeeper that was even available that could seat a number one goalkeeper in the Premier League?
I'll be honest, no.
Mm.
I know with Onana, because I'm a big fan of Ajax, I always said Onana's not quality. I've seen him enough to go, what on earth are United trying to do? Yes, he gets away with it into Milan. That's a different situation, different country. You're not going to get away with a lot in the UK because the way that we play football. I always said Onana was a big risk. I know that James, who co-host on the Armoury as well. He's a big fan of I think his name's Magnan, the AC Milan goalkeeper, the French guy. He's now that guy I would be happy with. He is very he just makes you feel very secure, and that's what we kind. But other than who else is available, you're spot on, Gary. There is no one else. Yeah. It's slim pickings, especially with the way that we want to play football.
Yeah.
That's the difficult part. If it's good goalkeeper, not a problem. Go and get De Gea, to be fair. If you want a good goalkeeper.
I liked Matt. Is it Matt Ryan or Matty Ryan who he brought in January? Couple. I enjoyed watching him play. I didn't feel like you said. I felt really secure. The ball in the air. I knew who he's going to go get it. Nobody was going to get there. And now we're like a little scared when we see that ball go in the air and come into the box. So it's it is it should have been. I always say it should have been easy who you chose, and it based on what we're seeing now, that was not a clear and obvious choice for goalkeeper.
Yeah, 100%. Tony, I'll come back to that question in just either the end of December or just early January. But there are like 8 players that we're open to like selling if the offer comes in. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when the window opens. Temi, yes, Anarchy gave us Runnison. I'm sorry, but he did. So as there's no one out there by any crap I thought we were doing. And Bronco's giving me his squad as well. So we'll come back to yours as well at the end, unless they're matched with someone else's. I'm not sure yet. Right, let's move on to the next 2. Karen and Satvik. We chose, sorry, I need to find my pad. Raya Tomiyasu at right back, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinni, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. What do you think of this one? It's a different one.
This is different, and I mean, people have been saying that White hasn't been looking right, looking good as a recent note. I think he's just coming back from that injury, so that might be one of the reasons. So, healthy Tomiyasu, definitely starts on the back line. You pick and choose where you want to play him, for sure. Otherwise, I think everything else is kind of what I would expect there. So, no, this would be this would be. I would have to give this a 7.5 because I don't 8 would have to be. I just don't think we're there yet with an 8 with any of our players that are available today right now. Unless they're playing much better, and we're still waiting for some of them to catch up. So this would be a good. I like this lineup. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to Mohamed, Barry, Jordan, and the Aussie Gooner, who have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus.
Yeah, I'll get starting from the front. Yeah, so Trossard in there for Martinelli, right? I assume that's where. I think that's what they were doing there. So I think Martinelli. Some are saying, you know what, all that attack with all that, I don't know, attack with nothing to show for it sometimes is disappointing. I think with the fact that we're creating a lot more now, it's just a matter of time before all that attack that he brings us does become fruitful. So I would have stuck with him, but Trossard for me. I want him to start, but it's just a matter of where. So I'd like to think we bring Trossard in. I don't feel like we've lost anything, just like, So I would think that's fine. Just like if you bring in Tomiyasu or Zinchenko, you gain and lose things there as well. So, So for me, Trossard starts, and I don't feel bad about it. It's just, I think I would like to keep everything the same. But that one. That one looks. I'll go. I would enjoy that one as well. So yeah.
No, fair enough. Right. So let's move on to the next. Oh, actually, some comments coming in. Sorry. Jorginho to finish the game off. Yeah, I think that's how we should play it. Is Jorginho the perfect person to come on to I'm worried we're picking our best teams and only getting 7.5. Does just show where we really are. We're still missing a couple of bits, and that's how I look at it as well.
Yep.
I can't ever rate our team anything other than an 8 because we haven't got. For me, we're missing 2 vital parts of our team. If Timber's in there, that takes it up to 9. If we've got our main striker, that takes it up to 10. That's how I look at it. That's just.
I hear you. I hear you.
Big up to Monica Idris. I like this one. Thank you very much, Monica. I'm glad you do. Right, let's move on to the next 2 squads. James H, Mehmet, and Andrew. I need to find them on my piece of paper. There we go. Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Smith Rowe, Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus.
Yeah, I think there's too many changes for me in the midfield, and the back line, and the goal to go into this game.
Okay,
right?
Fair enough.
So that's like I said, that's the red flag on this one. Like I said, I don't think Arteta's given us enough time to see what Smith Rowe has.
No.
I think I would have liked him to get more than whatever. I'd like to see him get at least 30 plus minutes just to see what because basically any game that we're playing, once we hit 80 minutes, the game state changes, and you never see. Unless for me, I always go back to, unless you're Giroud, the game state never changes after the 80th minute. I mean, come on, he was one player that did that for us. So, yeah, no, that one is a little risky there with all the changes. Kiwior, Smith Rowe, and Ramsdale kind of being I think that's too many changes for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Let's move on to Richard, TJ, Liam, Stewart, Jack, and Takahiro. They've gone for Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus.
Yep. Yeah. No. The only question mark I would have there would be Kiwior, but I think defensively I would expect him to be able to hopefully slow down Salah a little bit more than Zinchenko.
Yeah.
And then slow him down just enough so that Gabriel can catch up. You know what I mean? So, so that would be So I could see that. He just needs to be part of a regular rotation for me to feel a lot more comfortable with him. With our fullbacks the way they are, you would like to hope that he did get more minutes, because with Zinchenko and Tomiyasu, their availability in the lineup is always a question. So it'd be nice to have maybe a younger player that's always going to be there. That so far hasn't had any injury concerns.
Yeah.
White seemed to be fine until this season, but we'll see if that just is a blip.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So, this one might be okay. This one might be okay because.
Okay, so you're okay with that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We're getting onto yours, Em. I promise. I know you're waiting to go out as well, so we'll try and get onto yours as quick as we can. If only we had Tomiyasu and Timber. 100%. I'd play Timber on crutches. Yeah. To be fair, over Cedric, I'd have Timber in the team as well. Right, let's quickly move on to Kelly, John, and Ben's. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus.
Yep. Yeah. As you can, the highlighted one there is just the Jorginho in there. Otherwise it's. I mean, if there is, that would be okay with that one. I think. I just, Jorginho, is he good to go in this type of a game? I kind of feel like that might be a risk for us. So. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Was I supposed to be rating these? I guess I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Fine about the numbers. Don't worry. I'm kind of getting the gist of what you're saying, so I'm kind of giving it.
This one will be just behind mine. So a 6.8.
Right now, bear in mind this is my partner. So
no, I know. So I feel like I have to give this one some serious.
M doesn't. Right, I will say M doesn't like football. So she's not a football fan at all. So she's literally gone on her phone and picked the players that she likes and she knows. So this is why her lineup's like this. I do apologise. Raya White, Saliba, Gabriel Sinchenko, El Neni, Jorginho, Odegaard, Koshi Dubry, Sago Jr. and Trossard up front.
Yeah.
Sorry, darling. I do
you know, I do like the idea of having some of the youngsters get the chance to play at Anfield in a big match that counts for Arsenal. So, but that would be nice to be able to say we can do that. It would be a challenge for them. That, you know, Jorginho and El Neni scares me a little bit. So, I'm going to say just a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
In reality, it's a little different than that. But yeah, no, it'd be nice to have the kids get to play, especially to get. Let's just say this: I would like to see them come in and maybe our lineup looks like this at the end of the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When things are sorted out. So, you know, for M, I hope that's what I hope you get to see this lineup. You know, in the last like 5 minutes of the match, this is how things end up, kind of thing. But this will be I'm trying to be as nice as I can without saying.
No, you are doing very well, but I'm just reading all the comments as they're going through, and I'm in so much trouble.
Bye. Tony doesn't like what I have to say. What is that?
M have a word with Bobby. He won't let me play women in the. I've never said that. I said I'll happily have McCabe in the men's team. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'd rather have her as a defender than Sinchenko.
Yeah.
Thanks, Em. Thank you, darling. I really appreciate this. Bobby's Christmas is at stake. Em's got exactly.
You didn't say anything, so I think you're fine. Whatever gifts had your name on the bottom of the tree right now are probably still there. So you're good.
Yeah, good. That's a great team, Em. It's a 10. Don't you agree, Bobby? I'm not the one that scores them, so I'm out of this bit. I'm the one that scores the challenge team. And as you will wait till you see my challenge, people, my personal Christmas gift to you. El Neni, we're getting stuff 6-0, says Temi. It's a 10, I know. Young ones for the win. Asthmatic. Get the young ones to win.
You know, that is true, right? You get them out there going at 100 miles per hour. Liverpool might burn out, and then, you know, bad things happen to them, and we might reap the rewards. So there you go.
Yes, right. I'll try and compose myself. I'm not used to having my partner in the comments. That's what's not open. Right. Anyway, right. Let's fight the final team. James. Big ups to Armoury James. He's gone for Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Havertz. So he's gone for a whole different kind of idea.
Oh yes, he has. Woof. Well, you know what? That whole, like, I assume Havertz will be in that middle there and have Jesus and Saka surrounding him. That would be interesting to see, because he does provide a different dynamic up top, right? Instead of a shorter play and Jesus holding up the ball, you've got a taller player, maybe given Van Dijk a little bit something different to think about.
Yeah.
And that, and then I think Havertz might be okay to kind of rotate around with Jesus, and so that might open things up for us as well. So from the attack side, that would be interesting to see. I think Arteta's probably not there yet, but I think hopefully that is something in his playbook, for example, or something he's going to bring up at some point where Havertz and Jesus get to play on that same front line together. So that'd be kind of cool. Kiwior and Jorginho, of course, that means we're going a little bit more defensive there, slowing them down. Rice will, the one thing that I'm waiting for a little bit more, because I did watch the game, our last game, and we just don't have that play on the half turn that's going to split defenders and take the ball up the middle like Partey does for us. And we're missing that consistently. We see it a little bit, but we need it a little bit more. So when Rice gets to that point where he's comfortable, just, yes, I have a defender on my back. It doesn't matter. I'm controlling this ball and I'm taking it up the pitch. Then we won't. I will say we would not have missed Partey in that sense. That's one of the things that he brought to the table. But yeah, that would be. This looks like a more defensive side. I think Jorginho just scares me when they counter. because the last
Yeah.
match I did see of theirs, when they counted pretty quickly, and he could get caught out. And but we do have a really big back line there with Kiwior, Gabriel, and Saliba. So, I don't, in the year, I think that'd be really good for us too. So I can see the benefit of this. Definitely could see it. Raya in goal. Yeah, Raya in goal I think is fine, but I just Kiwior being out there, it just gives a taller play out there in that back line. So
No, I
yeah,
agree.
I could see this being a good one. So
Yeah. Right, let's get into the comments before we get into the challenge, which we'll have to go through with Gary how to play it. But honestly, it's great fun. Everyone enjoys doing it anyway. Villa will be there, the real winners of the game between Arsenal and Villa, 100%. Should Arsenal look at a number 9, maybe Jimenez or Feyenoord in January? Look, Arsenal know what they need, and it is a holding midfield. It is a striker. They're looking at a full back as well and another centre back. So yeah, big up to Bart though. Always comes in as well. So big up to you, mate. Should Arsenal look to get another? Yeah, as like I said, we're looking at another holding midfielder. So yeah, you just can't do much in January from the teams that we want to buy from. They're still like in European competitions, so it's very, very, very difficult. Work Joe at Ozil. Love. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, yes, we haven't rated those teams. Right. Well, thank you for reminding me, actually, mate. Right, let's quickly rate Tony Forbrooks. Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Rossini, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard. I think we've already rated that one. So I think that's about because it's the Ramsdale situation, isn't it, for you, Gary?
Yeah, it's a Ramsdale one for me. I just don't like the situation we're in. I don't like that we have to choose between two goalkeepers, and nobody does. So that's the only concern there for me. If he's a taller goalkeeper, which would help us, that's for sure. And we've seen kind of the benefits of that, or the issues with not having a tall goalkeeper with Raya in there. So Ramsdale would definitely answer that one. Just a matter of game state and all of that. He has played in this one. So can you tap into that and say, look, I'll tap into some history. So there's all of that, but I think some people will say Arteta is stubborn, and if he thinks Raya's his man, guess what? Raya's his man, and he's only keeping Raya at least engaged, but not really part of what will be a future here. So yeah.
So we're gonna give this like a 7 or a 6.5.
Yeah, let's give this one. I mean, I'll give this one. See, his one's like a 6.9, so it's really because it's Tony. It's Tony. So you got 6.9. Yeah, you can't give more than mine. I gave it a 7, right?
Right. Let's go to Temmie's. So he's gone for Raya. Now Galiba, for people that don't know, it's Gabriel and Saliba put into one. So I do love that, but I know he's come up with a new one. Zinni, White, Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard, and now Jessanelli. I love that, Temmie. That's fantastic. It's just Saka and Martinelli all in one. That's fantastic.
Wow. Okay. All right. I was like, where is Saka in there? But yeah, he's right there in the middle. So,
Jessanelli. Oh, I love it. That's brilliant. So what we're going to give that? I think we probably already rated that one as well.
Yeah, this one I think we did rate. Jorginho just being the question mark there. So yeah, that's. Ooh. I would say. I'm sorry. I just saw Tony's comment. He doesn't like me at all. I did not meet a friend today. I didn't create a friend today. So, but yeah, no, Jorginho right now is the concern for me, and how healthy is he? And it's just a good game for him to come back. So sorry, but yeah, this would not be a 7. It's going to be less than that. So
okay, fair
do
enough.
as you will.
Right, Bronco has also put one in. I'm sure we've gone over this team as well. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, Martinelli.
Yeah, I think that's kind of that gets a 7 because I think that's exactly what I put out there. So.
Yeah, so there we go. Right, let's quickly get into the comments before we get into the challenge. Right, what do you make of comments about that Emmy would have won the league by now? No one can tell the future. Let's be honest.
The thing is, if they wanted him, they would have, I think, backed him. It didn't seem like he was their guy. whoever's is in charge. So that's more on we can blame that one on Arsenal as a whole. If they really wanted, because Emery, we all knew what he brought to the table, and I don't think they backed him enough for him to even want to stay. So yeah. Now he is a good coach, and he's shown it, and he's beaten Arsenal. Now what, Yeah. So I think that's on us as a team with that whole. I don't think they ever wanted him. I think they got him and then realized, damn it, we really don't. This is not the guy we wanted. That's when you should just go out there and get your man, right?
Yeah,
you want to get a striker, you go out there and get the third and fourth option, and you go back. No, I still want the one option. So don't waste them. Spend the money now, then spend a little extra and get the guy you want.
Yeah, 100%. Big up to work. I don't know how you say it. Joe at Ozil saying good luck, Gunners. Thank you very much. My prediction 3-0. Thank you very much, Tony. I've written it down. Don't worry. If you go for a Liverpool win, I don't get angry. It's what you think, and that's fine. Bart's going for a Liverpool prediction here of Alisson, Van Dijk, Konate, Trent, Tsimikas, Endo, Szoboszlai, Jones, Salah, Gakpo, and Diaz. I'll be surprised if Gakpo's in it, if I'm honest. Bajcetic is actually out, so there's no way that Bajcetic will be picked. So I've got give yours a 3. M getting involved here. Galiba, that's a weird 2 become 1 moment. Oh my word. Only joking, a 4.
Wow.
Timmy is a Spice Girl fan, 2 become 1. Tony, you get me. Oh, come on, people. Really listen to Keown. Not really. Works on Talk. Was it Talk Sport? Whatever it is. 2-0 in favour of the Arsenal, says Emma Mason. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I will write those down. We'll get on to our predictions in a bit. Right, let's get onto the challenge. Let's get into the video first, because we've got to watch the video. So let's do this, people. Okay, so because Gary's new to this, I will explain what you have to do. You have to pick 6 from the Arsenal, 5 from the Liverpool. They cannot be injured. They cannot be suspended. They cannot be loaned out. You should go with a home team formation. You're lucky because it's Liverpool. They have the same formation as us, so you're lucky with that part. Also, there is an auto fail. Now, this is the first week ever that there is a slight weird part about the auto fail. There's a player that's an automatic fail if you put him in the wrong position. If you put him in the right position, you're safe. So, Gary, can you do it?
Oh, man. All right. I guess I will go with... I'll start with Liverpool because I think at least 3 of the spots I should be able to, I'm going to get.
Okay.
So Alisson in goal for me.
Okay,
that's a better goalkeeper.
Okay, your next player, please.
So Van Dijk, he gets in there.
Okay.
Well, he's on. He's on the left. Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So then next to him would be Saliba. So.
Okay, you want to do? Oh, okay, you want to do it mixed up. Okay,
yeah, initially I was going to go with that, but then when I got. So yeah.
No,
so, right.
There's no rules of how you have to play it.
So Salah will have to be on the right wing, which that kind of sucks, right? But it kind of sucks. But I don't know if we're gonna. It's hard if I don't put Salah in there. I think that would nobody would take me seriously.
So 2 more from Liverpool.
All right. I think so. Endo definitely not for me. Trent. Trent will get in there, and I think he is on the goes against. He would be.
Where do you want to put Trent?
Trent goes. I'm just trying to think about when he is. So he would be on the right if I got that right. Yeah, because
you want the right back or right midfield?
Right. Oh, Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go right back. Yeah.
Okay, and your final Liverpool player, please. This is meant to be one of the easiest ones. It's Liverpool.
No,
I got to pick from.
No, I know. I'm trying to think about how I want to use the Arsenal players. That's why I was trying to see how I want to go about that. I'm gonna go. I guess Szoboszlai, and I believe. See, this is where. And it sounds like he goes on the left 8, right?
Yes, you want to Szoboszlai there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're just going to put the Arsenal players in. So left back is going to have to be Zinchenko, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Your DM, Rice, baby.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Odegaard.
Yep.
Martinelli on the left.
Yep.
Okay. And then Jesus up front. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'm going to show DWTT's. Oh, that is. Yeah, you can all see it, can't you? You can actually see all the teams. So, right. There we go. That is Gary's first ever challenge. And I'll be honest. I did say it. I was fair. But unfortunately, Gary, for your first time, it is this. Now, let's see if you can work out why it's an auto fail.
Why is it an auto fail?
I did say if you pick one person to go in a different position, you're fine. If you pick him in the other position, you're going to auto fail.
I guess for me, that would have to be maybe Trent should go in that right 8 then. Yeah.
I don't rate him as a defender. I just can't stand him as a defender.
Yeah, but like for me, there's no difference. That's Zinchenko then, so Zinchenko would be out of position as well because I don't know who rates him as a defender on that left side. So I get it. Yeah, no. You know what? You did mention it. I should have taken it to heart.
I was trying to be nice.
That could be an easy one, but
yeah. Right, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna leave M's till last. Because both the Liverpool people both picked Trent as right back, so they're both auto fouls as well. So it's an automatic win for M. However, I would say, when M gave me this team yesterday, I did say, to be fair, it's 9 out of 10 because she's done really well. Considering she doesn't like football, she doesn't know any of the players. She's picked a really good team, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good. So M's gone with Keller hitting goal. Decent goalkeeper, to be fair, as a number 2. I think he's a decent goalkeeper. Ben White, Gomez, Van Dijk, Zinchenko, Endo, Odegaard, Havertz, Saka, Jesus, and Nunes. To be fair, that's quite a good team. I have to be honest. For someone that doesn't know football, doesn't like football, trust me, she doesn't. It's really good. So well done, my darling.
Yeah. Hopefully that's the Van Dijk from years ago, right? Just cleaning up all the mess.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think Endo is a little suspect, and we know Zinchenko will make Van Dijk at work.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let's get into the comments before we get onto the predictions. Right, let's have a look. See, where did I get to? Unfortunately, I'm going to go for a high-scoring 4-3 defeat. Jeez. Okay. Thanks, Timmy. I'm doing the watch along for that, so I appreciate that. That would be great for me to watch. Tony's already doing his ratings. Freya gets a -3. Tony's taking part of the challenge.
So if we get a clean sheet, what happens there? You mean the best he can get is a 7? So we're trying to say?
Yeah, probably. Silver's gone for Allison, White, Saliba, Nunes. I'm guessing that is. Oh no, that's Van Dijk, isn't it? Oh, got ya. Now I get it. Right, got ya. Zinchenko, Rice, Hungarian bake, only because you can't spell it. I guarantee that's why you've typed that in there, because you don't know how to spell Szoboszlai. Trent Alexander as a number 10, Salah, Martinelli, and Jesus. That's a very good team as well. Well done, the silver one. That's a 9 out of 10 as well.
If I was really thinking about it, I could have just said, you know what, Saka, you just play on that. You just play as that right back for me. You do like a Bernardo Silva for me, and just I'm going to put you on the back line, and then I know you can play back there. And then guess what? You're in trouble when we attack. So
I'll be honest, no one's put Saka in as right back, and I would allow it because that's how he came into the team, was like a bit of a left wing back. Right, he can do it. I have no issues with it.
I want to see Arteta use it one time when he has I need to change this up a little bit and change things up, and then bring in an attacker that he's not as comfortable with, and say, Saka, just hold on. I know you can do it, and then just play it out, and let's see. Because at some point, we're going to have to play one of our better. We've seen Rice go in the back line already. So, that we need to see that there might have to be another card he can pull similar to that.
No, I agree. Mr. Fulbrook has gone with a team for the challenge as well. Allison, White, Saliba, Van Dijk, Cini, Rice, Trent, Odegaard, Salah, Darwin, and Jesus. Again, 9, mate. Very good teams. Very good teams. Like this challenge, compared to the ones we've done in previous games, this one's probably the easiest one. Let's be honest.
Can I assume that he put that out after he realized what the autofoul was?
Probably, yeah. A lot of people have understood what my autofoul normally is.
Yeah, Tony, I'm coming after you.
Don't argue with the judge. Now Tony can get his revenge. Yeah.
Oh,
I hope you pick Cedric. My only football knowledge comes from here and the 90s. So to be fair, to be fair, that's right. Anyway, Gary, what is your prediction for tomorrow?
Yeah, I always say that we've got 3 goals in us. I think this will be a tough game to get to 3, but I can. 2-1 win for us. We're just gonna have to hold on tight. It's gonna be a little a rough one for us. I think it's gonna be a rough landing. I think our hearts will be pounding because we have that in us for sure. Be nice to see the combination of the more creation that we have been putting in these games come to fruition with some goals, and then we've got it in us. So no matter what happens, as long as we don't go 2+ down, I think we'll be all right. So just for me, Rice needs to be that man for us. Like no matter what happens, either we're up and he's keeping us calm, or we're down and he's keeping us up, kind of thing. So I'm looking for him to do that for us. Or if he has to answer the call and do the business himself, so be it. He can do that as well.
100%. I know we're getting loads of predictions here. Tony's going for 4-1 to the Arsenal.
I like this Tony guy.
It is the silver one, yeah. Luke's going for 2-1 to Liverpool. Yeah, to be honest, people are going to be shocked, but I'm going to go for a 3-2 for Liverpool. I think Liverpool will just have the edge on us tomorrow. Yeah. That's what I think. I obviously never want it to happen, but that's what I think. So I have to go with what I think. And it's also good preparation for me. If we do win, at least I'm like, yes, get in there. If I'm prepared for a defeat, I'm okay. Grew up surrounded by Villa fans. I had to learn fast. Yeah, to be fair, did grow up around here, so it's all West Midlands teams around here. Blades with an archer up. Let's go. And City for don't care about City, mate. Blades. Are they winning against Luton now? Well, that's so cool. If they are, my Christmas day will be glorious if we win. M's going for M's actually go for the same score as like me. Fair enough. Okay. We haven't won a tough game away from home yet. 100%. 2-1 almost went 2-2 again. Moss, how many guesses do you want to have a go at? Well, I'm just going to write them all down. 2-2.
You picked the
Moss.
one in the middle, the
Yeah.
second guess. Yeah.
Any more before I wrap this up, Moss? Because I'll just write them down. Jeez.
Yeah.
Gary, really appreciate you coming on, mate.
It's been fun. Thank you for having me, Bobby.
Where can people find you, my friend?
Yeah, so just check me out. Just type DWTT Arsenal in the search box on YouTube. I should pop up first. Do shows on Saturday mornings over here in the States. I guess that's 3 p.m. for you guys in the UK, and then on on Monday morning, Monday 12:30 a.m. in the UK for you guys. I have a show where we kind of talk about Arsenal. Saturday show usually is it's just like a match day show where we just chat about the scores and anything else we can think of. And then if the game's on around that time, I'll just do a watch along. So most likely tomorrow I'll be doing a watch along for that as well. So I'll be competing with Bobby, but check it out whenever you like. So yeah, that's how you can check me out.
Not an issue with me, mate. I have no issues with the competition.
Yeah.
It's a different spaces. As long as we've got places where people can come and just have.
Yep.
I always look at it as like, if someone else is alone watching the game, it's nice to have someone else actually there. If you want to just chat in the chat box, I'm perfectly fine. I've got no viewers and I'm just watching it, but I'm there for people if they want some company. That's how I always look at it. Whoever scores more will win unless yes, correct.
That Tony guy is a smart guy, man. Everybody take his words.
He's saying AFCC2. Is that another channel?
Oh yeah, Arsenal Fan Circle. I'm on there. That's a Sunday and a Thursday show that I do with Ray. He's been doing this for a while as well. So that's kind of where I got my start as Arsenal Fan Circle. So
okay, cool.
So yeah, check that out as well.
Thanks, Bobby and Gary and M. Great show. Thank you very much to everyone that's been involved. When Bobby goes off in his ambulance, I'll cross over to you, Gary. Cheers, Tony. Appreciate the love. But guys, I will be back tomorrow for the watch along for the Liverpool game, but I'll also be here for the match reaction as well, straight after the game. But if we don't speak to you beforehand, please do enjoy your holidays. And I'm being very careful of how I say it. Happy holidays, because not everyone's
same to everyone else. Yeah, happy holidays as well.
Exactly.
Have fun with the family and friends. So this is that time of year where you get to do that as well.
Exactly.
Yep.
But guys, we're out of here. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Speak to you later.